Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today I've got a good one for you. Today we're going to be talking about breakout rooms. So a long-awaited video here. Breakout rooms are going to allow you to break out your attendees into their own various group sessions. So sometimes people might confuse these a little bit with layouts. They're sort of similar, but again, the whole big difference is as a host, when I switch layouts, if I want to go ahead and switch to one here on the right-hand side, when I switch layouts, everyone's POV switches with me, right? So you're kind of the tour guide, if you will, on your session. So wherever you go as the host, everyone's going to see what you show them, what you land on in terms of the layouts here on the right-hand side. So breakout rooms are going to differ because breakout rooms are going to allow us to, again, break folks off into different group activities. Breakouts are done through the attendees list. Normally you're going to see this view on your attendees list showing our three-tier roles, our hosts, presenters, and participants. So we're just going to hit the triple dots in the top right-hand corner of the attendees list. And I usually like to create a new layout for this too, just so that I can kind of set this apart from all the other layouts that I have in my Connect room. And sometimes it can be nice to help, to have maybe a single slide in a share pod that maybe says something like, hey, breakout rooms will begin shortly, or something to that effect, so that your students, your attendees, aren't just looking at a blank room with an attendees list on it. But what we'll do is we'll go ahead and hit that triple dot up in the top right-hand corner. We will hit breakout room view, and that's going to bring us to our breakout rooms interface. So when you first take a look at this, you will see breakout rooms 1, 2, and 3. These are breakout rooms that Adobe Connect will give you. Now, to do anything breakout room related, this includes the setup before your session even happens. You're going to want to go ahead and hit the Start Breakouts button. This will initialize the breakouts. You'll notice the layouts on the right-hand side will disappear, but that's okay. And we are essentially now going to be able to build our breakout sessions. So to do that, I'm simply going to drag and drop my name into the respective breakout room that I want to create. Again, Connect will create 3 for you, and then if you want to create any more, you'll simply hit this little plus sign up top here to add another one. So if I hit this, you'll see it added there, breakout room 4. Now, we used to be stuck with these default naming conventions, but you can now actually click this little pencil icon and you can edit the name. So I'll call this Kyle's work study group. So you can rename them. So now when it comes to building out your breakout session, you are essentially going to build out your breakout room the exact same way you would any of your layouts. So you're going to come up to the pods menu. You're going to start to bring in the pods that you would see fit to have for that breakout room instruction. So I'll probably add a share pod. I want them to have some content to look at. I'm going to want to go ahead and bring in probably a webcam to keep them engaged. So we'll have that running across the top of the room. And maybe we'll make space for a file share pod. Now obviously how this room is customized and set up, this is going to be entirely up to you. You might make your pods a little bit larger in certain areas. You might have your share pod hold more weight by being a bit bigger. Maybe I will then do the left-hand side. I'll give them like a chat pod. So now my breakout room is created. If I want them to maybe draw on a whiteboard, I'll probably get a whiteboard situated for them. Their webcams are all here. So that's breakout room 1. Breakout room 2. We're going to drop ourselves in there. You'll see there's nothing going on here, so I'll go ahead and create another sort of breakout session here. We'll give them, maybe this one's going to be a more video-focused discussion, and then we'll do a polling question for them to answer. And we'll do one more polling question. I'm just trying to fill the layout with some content here. Obviously, you guys are going to come in here and build this out however you want to, but now when I drag and drop myself into these other breakout rooms, you'll see how they change. So let's drag ourselves back into the main room. It's going to be at the top of the attendees list. Um, what can we do and what are our limitations of the breakout rooms? So you'll be able to create a maximum of 20 different breakout rooms. I currently only have 4, so barely scratching the surface on that limitation. And then you can only have up to 200 people in these breakouts. So if you have a connect room that seats over 200 people and you start to have more than 200 people present in your room, the breakout room functionality will actually disable itself. So you want to keep these to smaller sessions, and honestly, these breakout rooms are more optimized for some of your smaller, more intimate trainings anyways. That's where you're going to get the most engagement. Um, now, if I were to click the End Breakouts button, that'll bring us back into the main session, and then obviously we can go through. You'll notice if I drag myself into any of these breakout rooms, nothing happens. And again, the reason for that is because we have not toggled on the actual breakout room functionality. Now, in order to get people into your breakout rooms, you've got a couple different buttons you can press. There is the distribute button that will evenly distribute all of your attendees across all the breakout sessions via alphabetical order. So if I had 20 students, right now I have 5 breakout rooms. That's going to put, or I have 4 breakout rooms. So that's going to put 5 people in each in alphabetical order. If 15 minutes goes by, you guys want to rotate people into the following breakout session, there's actually a rotate button, so you can click that, and that'll move you into the following respective breakout room. So usually what I'll do is if we're in, like let's say we're in our work study group, people are engaging in their group activities. We've got a little puzzle piece icon up top here, and I use this to broadcast messages to everyone inside the session. So I'll click this and I'll say, hey, in about 30 seconds until breakout rooms are over, and I'll go ahead and I'll send that out. And what I'll do is I'll hit End Breakouts, and that will actually pull people back into the main session. And then if we want to go back to another layout or another piece of content, we can easily do so. But what you'll notice is you'll see that my name, no matter what layout we're on, is still going to be in that individual breakout room. So if we ever need to resume breakout sessions again, all you literally have to do is just simply click that Start Breakout Room button again. So usually, again, we'll come back to my layout that I have designated for breakouts. You'll switch to your breakout room view. And if I hit Start Breakouts, it's going to put us right back in because as you can see, my name hasn't moved. Now, another common question I get is how do you preset what breakout rooms people go in? Unfortunately, people have to be inside the Connect room in order for you to assign them to a breakout session. So what I do is on the lobby layouts, and this is a really nice reason to have a lobby layout, and open up your room a couple minutes early so that as people start trickling into your room early, let's say people are trickling in 10 minutes early here, they're going to start to populate my attendees list. And normally you would have your list view showing. But again, if we switch to breakout room view, people are going to start to populate this main room area. And so what I can do is I can start to drag and drop people's names into the respective breakout room that I know that they're going to be in later on. You'll notice, again, nothing changes. It clearly does not put me in the breakout room other than, obviously showing the reference in the attendees list. And again, this is because we have not toggled the Start Breakout Room functionality. So this is how I preset what breakout room people are going to be in. And then maybe 30 minutes down the line, when we're actually ready to start our breakout room activities, all you have to do is, since everyone is now assigned, all you got to do is hit Start Breakouts, and everyone will be pushed into their respective breakout session. So that's that. Additionally, you can also peel out the content from your breakout sessions and bring it into the main session. So if I come back to my breakout room layout here, we started our breakouts. We're in here. We're collaborating. I send out a message. I tell folks, hey, we're going to reconvene back in the main session. I'll hit that End Breakout button to bring us back in. And now when you come up to your Pods menu, you're going to see a Breakout Pods area. And so now what I can do is I can actually peel out the content from that breakout area. So if we were working on a whiteboard in Kyle's work study group, I can actually bring that front and center into my session. And hopefully, they had a little bit more work done to it. But I can bring that front and center, and then I might open up their microphone rights, and I might say, hey, those of you that were, in Kyle's work study group, can you go ahead and give a presentation to the class on what you all discussed in your breakout sessions? So again, be able to peel out the content from those breakout sessions, bring it into the main session, and then when you're done with it, we can click hide. And then again, if you want to resume those breakout sessions, all you have to do is hit start breakouts. So that's kind of a quick summary of breakout rooms, how they function, some quick tips and tricks to get you on your way. Again, everything Adobe Connect related is persistent, so you can set up all these breakout rooms ahead of time. You can have 10, 12, 15 breakout rooms going. And after you do that initial setup, you might make some tweaks after the first couple sessions, but you're not having to recreate all those resources all over again for every single training. You'll be able to recycle those breakout rooms from session to session, which can be very, very helpful. Other things to note, breakout rooms are not captured in the recordings. So just make a note of that. And that's it for this one. So hopefully, guys, you found this info handy. If you're not subscribed, click that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks, guys.